Hi. Hi, hello. How you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. So, light is like a bit like blinding me, but if Hoya, I like put it down. I fear it might be like too low, but then again, we're gonna be in Genshin, so we're gonna get blinded. I don't know. I don't know. How are you? I'm fine. I'm okay. I don't actually really know what to think right now. Cause like if you see me looking at my phone a lot of the times during the stream, it's because my husband's work got like received a menacing um message. Basically they received like a bomb threat. So if you see me looking at my phone quite often, it's because of that. Hopefully it's nothing, like it's nationwide. Everybody kind of got this message. Like not everybody, but a lot of like the same kind of workplaces got the same message. So hopefully yes, it's like it's gonna be okay. But you never know, you know? So yeah, that's if you see me looking at my phone, it's because of that. Not because I don't like not because I don't want to pay attention to you, chat. It's just that, you know, these things happen. Is the light okay? Because if I put it like the level higher, I feel like I'm burnt by the light. So the cam is not completely like stable. I still have to find like a little patch to make it stick to my computer. Okay, because like I bought this new light and it's great. It's doing like a very good job, but maybe too much of a good job. Let me just like put it here, because that's where it was supposed to be last time. I think it's fine. Okay. I was thinking that with the light of Genshin, which is like very bright, it should be okay. But yeah, and welcome, Gonpachiro. Is that how you say it? Phew. How are you guys doing? Okay. Needs to be tilted a little bit here. Oh, that was a bad angle. Ew. Nothing can be brighter than Genshin. Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday I was watching John's stream. You know Jonathan? Chong Yun Main. And he was talking about how in some TikToks or videos, people were like changing the saturation of the game, which made them like it made it look very, very bright, like those kind of like highly saturated 4K kind of TVs. And he pushed it like to the max saturation he could. It was so bright. Like the first step was like bright, but okay. And the second step was just like way too overkill. And then he switched back, like he turned it all off. And Genshin looked so gray. It looked like almost grayscale. I'm doing fine, so much better lately, to be honest. My life is going up finally, and might publish an ebook this or next year. Oh, that's so cool! Because I remember you, Hoya. Yeah, I remember you from Clara's server, right? And I know that you did like, I remember that you were very into writing, and that's so cool. Yeah, I know that's you. I know that's you. I remember you. I saw you got playing Genshin at night is such a pain. True. That's
enough to convince
one thing in the quality of life that they should add. Because you have like a dark loading screen only when it's night, so it doesn't like really happen that often, and you teleport. Only when it's night and you teleport. Other than that, you have like the bright white screen. And they should do like Honkai Star Rail. Ooh, I'm kind of out of breath suddenly. They should do like Star Rail and just having a black screen, in my opinion, because that's just like way better on the eyes. Yeah, it gets like you get sunburned just by the game. So why are we here? I started the super long ass quest Game of the Rich. You know the thing where you meet Caterpillar? So I think that's still relevant. Should we start with Perinheri right away? Or should we continue a little bit of this quest and do Perinheri in a little bit? What do you think? I just follow you from Instagram and thought you're gonna have packed stream, and honestly, I'm gonna get a streamer. Yeah, no, I'm a small streamer. Like, you're not the first to come into my stream and well, like, wow, that's so weird. Your chat is kind of empty and you don't have a lot of viewers. No, I'm a small time streamer. I'm not a big time streamer. No. That ain't me. No. Like, I did a big pause at some time, but I've never been like a big streamer. Like, my top number of viewers might have been like 10 or 11, and that's it. Most of my content and following is on TikTok and Instagram, and it's kind of hard to get through Twitch, you know? Even though I have streamer friends that are, well, friends, I don't know if I can call them friends. I know Clara, I can call them friends. But for example, I'm a mutual with Ryan. And, well, she has a much bigger following and she has like streams with, I don't know, 200 viewers. Even though she doesn't stream that often. But we're not on the same level. And same with Mika. Although Mika is not mutual with me on Twitch, we're mutuals on Twitter. And same thing, like, I don't know. Twitch is just doesn't seem to work as well as my other media do for some reason. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm no Mika. I'm no Ryan. I'm no Doro. that ain't me. No. Besides Chess and Fontaine, I did nothing. Oh yeah. I was kind of burnt out. Not really burnt out, but there was a period where, I don't know, it felt a bit slow, you know? Kind of slow. It always like kind of feels like that when you finish the Archon quest. You have this empty, yeah, this kind of emptiness just after, and you're like, well, what I just lived was so intense that everything after that for a while will seem kind of dull, you know? So I haven't explored as much. To be honest, even the Desert of Sumeru is not very well explored in my case. But I get what you mean. It's more like a hobby. It's not a hobby. I mean, I'm trying to get to full-time content creation, but Twitch has a lot of luck factor, actually. Yeah, it's a lot of luck factor. You can get a better following on Twitch from your other social media. So if you're active on TikTok and Instagram, you increase your chances to have more followers, and the more followers you have, you can maybe get more viewers, and more viewers you have, you can get higher on the discovery thing list, right? But it's like it's a game of luck, because not everybody is on Twitch. Like, not everybody watch streamers, you know? And I don't stream in hours that are typical streaming hours, I guess, because I only stream when my daughter's at school or napping, which is like middle of the afternoon, because other than that it's quite complicated for me to stream. So yeah, I remember Caterpillar quests, loved it, but I regret I skipped a lot at first and didn't know it was important. Yeah, there is so much talking that sometimes you're like skip, and you're like, oh well, actually that was important. I wish you all the best for streams. I hope you start properly streaming as well. But I have to get the camera and stuff. It's okay, like take your time. Don't pressure yourself. As long as you have something, even basic to start, just start. Content Quest is so good. I couldn't stop. Complete Sumeru 100% before going to Fontaine. Yeah, that Amy. My exploration is kind of shitty. I'm a kind of happy-go-lucky person when it comes to exploration. Like, look at that. It drives my husband insane. Actually, this one is 91. Pretty okay. Dragonspine is higher than I expected, but probably because I was looking for the Crimson stuff. Let's see. We're not gonna count Chenyu Vale because it's the new area, and I've been keeping that aside for now because I'm trying to catch up on all the story quests and stuff, board quests, etc. Lyra is okay. You can see some. Okay, that's actually some error. Lyra is okay. I spent a lot of time in Lyra, but it's not that you know, that big. Let's check Inazuma. Inazuma is pretty high. I think I did most of the world quest there. Yeah, Inazuma is pretty high. The chasm, let's not even talk about that. I think though the underground is okay. Sumeru Forest is okay. First part of the desert is fine. And then as you go north, it's kind of going down. Oh, this one is higher than I expected. And yeah, this is not very, very high. Hi, Fu. I'm okay. How about you? I have Lyra and Mondstadt complete, and that's it. Yeah, not even that.
Surely enough to convince anyone.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of a happy-go-lucky. So should we start with Perinheri, or should we continue the Caterpillar quest a little bit before reading Perinheri? What do you think? What do you prefer? First 100% for Inazuma. I mean, Inazuma, I guess, is smaller, so. Even Dragonspine Nazi. Me probably the end of the game. Dragonspine is such a hassle, you know? Perinheri? Okay, let's go for Perinheri. Hang on. I have the sniffles. I mean, that's the plan for today. It's Perinheri and continuing Caterpillar, because Caterpillar is obviously linked to Kenria in some way, so you know, Kenria and Narcissus and Scruz and stuff, right? Party quest of fun. I actually didn't even finish the Pari quest. I thought I did. I mean,
I carry memories.
I went back to Zervan and everything. I went to the door of Kenria, etc. And I opened my journal and I see that actually it's still there. I have to finish some stuff apparently. I thought it was finished. Both of them are actually connected. No, well, I would assume so because Caterpillar is very. Okay, I honestly think I'm way too dark, so I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I'm way too dark otherwise. Yeah, because Caterpillar is the boy who's actually not a boy with black arms like the Hail Charles, and someone called Arlecchino. Do you hear the notifications from my phone because it's connected on my headset? I assume you don't. So let me check. Where is located Perinheri?
Surely
He's in
enough to convince
Fontaine. You have
anyone
to
become
buy
a
it
monk.
from a bookshop. Hubel, Horton Fontaine, Quartier Narbonnet. Okay. Can't hear. Okay, okay. I mean, I assume you wouldn't, because... But you don't know sometimes. Bluetooth is kind of weird. Okay, Quartier Narbonnet. We're gonna go back to the surface for that. Quartier Narbonnet. I think Quartier Narbonnet is like around here. Can't actually see it. I think... Yeah, it's around here, I think. Around the... yeah. Going very French on the names. I have that privilege. Quartier Narbonnet. That's a very pure French accent. When I usually don't say it like that, though. Be down there. Human monster in German. There. Honestly, when I read the names, the not necessarily Mundstadt. Mundstadt, is that how you say it? I find the names for Canria to be more difficult. Okay, that's Louis. My little cousin is named Louis. Olivier Manet, which is a painter.
Time to go.
That's Teoria. For the German accent, well, I've learned from the best, which is Clara. Okay, Quartier Narbonnet. We're gonna go to... This is the forge. I assume it's around here. I remember there's kind of a bookstore next to Farina's house. I may be wrong. May not be in the right area. Mundstadt. Oh yes, that's definitely German. Damn it. Am I still in the Narbonnet? I'm not in the Quartier Narbonnet. We also have the Quartier Dijonnais. Both are cities, like Dijon and Narbonne are both French cities. One in the southwest, Narbonne. I have family there actually. Okay. Where are the... Okay, I have a picture. Oh, I think I went past it at some point. Where is it? Okay, I see. I actually have to go that way. Which was the right way at first, but I didn't take the right turn. And Dijon, where... It's funny because both cities, Dijon and Narbonne, I actually have family there. But they're like opposites. So Narbonne is on the southwest toward like Spain, and Dijon is much more like north. Not next to Paris, but it's in the direction of Paris, you know? If we go fully factual, it's kind of like Mundstadt, because German is weird like that. Well, yeah, German is kind of weird sometimes, but I'm not gonna judge because French is weird too, so I won't. Is it the guy? No, that's Chessel, whatever that name is. Hubel. Well, okay, so I like I said on Instagram and TikTok. No, it was on Instagram actually. I replied to a comment. Someone said that I will be mind blown and get chills from reading Perinheri. While I was researching the Nibelung, Alberich kind of thing, I had some snippets of Perinheri, and what I know is that one of the characters, like the princess, is named Angelique.
It is the last link I have
So
to
it's
the
kind of
land
funny that we have an Angelique right here.
Investing too much emotion puts you at risk of
Funny.
causing a rush.
These are the kind of headlines that
But not funny haha, funny weird. Tried learning French, I made 1 year and then gave up. Understandable. Honestly, that would probably me with German. Still in German as I lived there for a couple of years. I've been living there my whole 19 years. I think German would be one of the languages I could not
Scenery
learn.
is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Like, I think it would be like impossible for me. Not impossible because I learn languages pretty easily, but you know. Okay. Give me the books. Recommend a thriller. Okay, Perinheri 1 and 2. Also, I'm gonna buy those because Remuria is pretty, you know, poggers. Is that how people say? It's poggers. Just kind of sound old by saying that. Purchase book 1 and 2, and let's get Remuria because that's gonna be interesting. Are there any other books that are recommended? La chanson de Renius. That's number 2. Where's number 1? All of the Faded Castle. Table de la Fontaine. Oh, I need those because I found one first, so I need those just for the French of it. Table de la Fontaine. Are there any other books that would be recommended? I have to learn shit here yet. Ask MD to explain grammar, and I'm like, to be honest, I hate grammar. I have like so many German people hanging out in chat sometimes, and they all agree that grammar is horrible, and I agree with you because even like as a French person, I agree. Grammar is terrible. Even in English, it's much more easier, but I just hate grammar as a whole at this point. Yeah, Hoya, you're right. For books, I don't know. Okay, well, we'll just stick to that for now and stick to Perinheri. Renard the Deceiver. Okay, let's... she has something to say because she's named after the character that's in the shop. That's in the book that's in the shop. Why aren't there any detective novel? Well, write one if you can't find it. Great Detective Herlock. Oh, sounds like Sherlock. Case Files of Miss Orth. Yeah, that's referring to some of Sherlock Holmes' things. Many of these female talented actions came from Fontaine. Surely you heard the names. I've heard the names that they're real life names, but she's not giving anything. Take my Genshin lore from videos. Fair. I need to buy the books first whenever I go in Genshin. I really like tend to ignore it. It's just like recently. I've always had like these theories, but I just like kind of like, you know, skimmed through everything. But like my Paimon theory, for example, I've had like for over a year now, which is actually a funny thing. I think I can find it in my inventory. Someone in my comments, I don't know why I've been getting a lot of kind of like mean comments. And someone said like, I had one that said, huh, funny how all Genshin creators say my theory when they just like took it from Reddit. And I'm like, I actually don't go on Reddit. I don't go on Reddit. I have Reddit. I have 3 accounts on Reddit, actually. I have my usual, like, official creator profile, you know, that I created just to answer a comment from my husband on a Baldur's Gate 3 sub, just like to prank him. That's it. I have 2 other accounts. One is a burner account. You always have a burner account on Reddit, which is absolutely not connected in whatsoever to even gaming. And the last account, which is the one that I actually kind of use, you know, I don't spend my days on it, I like check it maybe once in a while, is also absolutely not related at all to gaming. Like, it couldn't be like further away from that, you know? So no, I don't go on Reddit to like read other people's theories and claim them as mine. The only time I use Reddit related to Genshin is when I need to confirm that some dialogues switch genders to confirm that we're talking about the sibling and not a random NPC. The other time I use it is that when I translate Kynrian or Abyss language, Latin-based language, when I type the original text, oftentimes there will be a Genshin like a post that will come out, but most of the time it's people just giving like the correct like adjustments and cutting of words, and that's basically it. For example, my Bisley Rifts video, I did found the rearrangement of words and everything on Reddit, but that's about it. Because, spoiler alert, that post was based on leaks, so it was pretty old, and nobody actually like figured out what it meant, how it connected to the lore, and etc. Like, they basically just like gave the sentence and a kind of half-assed translation, and that's it. I actually did all the rest. So when people say that, like, I don't even go on other creators, like lore creators, like content. I love Minsliff, but I don't follow her neither on TikTok nor on Instagram. I follow her on Twitch, but every time she has a stream that is like oriented to lore, I leave. I don't stay. You know why? Because I don't want to be influenced by other people's views and theories. I want to like come down to my own conclusions with whatever the game gives me, and not what other people's interpretations are. So that comment was really like, for real. That's all you have to say. I have read it too, but I'm only on it every few months or even less. Yeah, that's, you know. Buy them as well. 100% achievement free. Want a character named Jean-Pierre just for the JoJo references. Oh my. I don't know JoJo, but just the French names are just too funny. I have Reddit on phone only, and I still wonder how my Reddit knows which game I play. As soon as I start something, I get notification to join a subreddit. Ooh, phone is spying on you. Thanks for the hydrate. Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. Anyway, don't let them words bother you. Yeah, I do know the effort I put in it. Like, every lore video takes me like so much time. Actually, the name card yesterday, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a quick one. It's just a name card. I was like, okay, yeah, that now that we know Kenria can predict the future, I can make sense of it. And then as I started doing my thing, I was like, oh, Mighty Sovereign, oh wait, hang on, hang on. And then down the rabbit hole I go, and it takes me hours. So, you know. Also for the gemstones, somebody said like, huh, you're like 3 years late. I didn't know that when Genshin was released, we had all the lore linked to Nahida and Focalor and everything, you know. What am I supposed to do? I wasn't even playing when Genshin was released. I actually started playing in 2021. Oh, it took me like a few months to up to a year to figure out how the game works. For a few months, I didn't even know you could pull for characters. I didn't even know what gacha meant. So it took me like a while to understand the game. I don't know if that's someone from the stream, but we're trying to go through Perinheri, so I won't get co-op now. Okay, so it's not here, so it has to be in the archive. Started when Kazuha came out, I think. It's the banner that I missed. I started playing after Kazuha. My first banner was Child. It was Child in Zhongli. I didn't know you could pull characters, so I didn't pull. I didn't even know who these characters were. And it's actually my sister-in-law that posted something that she got a new character and was like, how do you get new characters? And she was like, oh, you go there and you spend those. And I'm like, oh. And my first 5-star was Genshin Archive. And my first banner 5-star though was Albedo. And then Zhongli. And then I tried for Xiao, failed miserably, and had to wait for his rerun. Okay. There are so many books. You can see how I don't read them. This one I should read. I kind of read it in the on the wiki. Read it. You know how long it took me to notice that Reddit, the app, is actually read it. I read it on Reddit. My husband was flabbergasted at my ignorance. I only read The Boar Princess. Started playing Genshin when it went out. Still learning. I'm on gacha this year. Yeah. It took me. It's actually the first failed Xiao pull that I actually understood that gacha had a system. First 5-star with Chi-Chi, and he was a hype for it. Honestly, Chi-Chi is not bad. She's a good healer, scales on attack. She's great. Okay, Perinheri. Brace yourselves. Let's go. It's gonna be long text. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. Breathe in, breathe out. This is a story from starting well. This is a story from very ancient times indeed. It is said that in those days, birds had not yet split into domestic and wild kindreds. In those days, a crimson moon shone down upon the subterranean realm, and not the dark sun of later days. Due to the kingdom's unique position, things from outside this world were always leaking into it. The kingdom's weapons would wipe out the calamities sleeping in, but what of all the other objects? Such as, say, a child who may have come from some destroyed world. Interesting. One of the sages spoke thusly to the great ruler. Hang on, catching up. Hey, can you send a picture of the baby on the family group? Hi, okay. Okay, say hi to my husband. Might just use this to sleep. Bedtime story. Scary bedtime story, but... Oh, right. I have to find it though, because it was like a few weeks back. Just a little pause, sorry chat, but my daughter does a thing. When we empty the trash can, you put a new trash bag, right? And she absolutely wants to do it herself. So we give her the trash bag, and she, all the time she's putting it on her head. And what's funny is that there's an old picture of me from when we were at university with a trash bag on my head, because my husband said at the time, oh, can you put this on? Like, in French it means it's meant in the way like, can you like put this in the trash can, but it can also means put this on. And I did like put it on my head, and it's funny because now my daughter does it. So, you know, like mother, like daughter. Anyway, it's done. Back to Perinheri. Sorry, chat. Bedtime starts. I'm exhausted being. Understandable. We're all exhausted. It was like there was a storm last night and I couldn't sleep. Like actually yesterday I came home from Malta and was like, yeah, I'm gonna just stretch on the bed. Yeah. Just sleepy sloopy, you know. Okay, back to Perinheri. One of the sages spoke thusly to the great ruler. O high lord of the nobles, a child once told me a tale of another world. Once upon a time, where there were sea people who believed that the gods came from the sea. Each time they discovered a shipwrecked person, they would treat them with the utmost honor. Sorry, but I find the layout of this very hard to read, but I'll continue. For they believe that the gods will take the form of the shipwrecked to investigate the mortal realm. I dreamt that you left me to be with your cousin, which is a female, somehow. My cousin? Like romantic relationship with your cousin? Then the crazy cat woke me up. Yeah, she was crazy because of the wind. My cousin? You mean the cousin that has the same name as our daughter? Next. Oh, wow. That was quite of a eventful. Which cousin? Oh, it was not a person we know. Your brain like made it up. The ruler replied, I do not perceive your meaning, so do as you please. Naturally, no oceans in the traditional sense lay within the kingdom's borders. The earliest founders of the kingdom had once seen the majestic silhouettes of the mountains blur under the sun's searing glare and the rippling reflection of the moonlight falling upon the sea's surface like a scattering of pearls. But at the time the story took place, only outsiders of those few who had left the kingdom on official duties and returned could describe such sights to the ruler. The ocean and the sea were often used as a metaphor for the space projected by the stars. Sea of stars. It was your cousin in the dream, but not a real cousin. I have such weird dreams. I went to bed very anxious about a family member going to surgery today. Yeah, that would explain it. I called him this morning. He seems fine. He's just like bummed to be eating soup for the next few days. But other than that, he seemed okay, like not stressed, but then again, I know how he is, so. Okay, Sea of Stars. In anticipation of the arrival at their kingdom of gods from beyond the so-called ocean, or rather, the arrival of beings who could transcend the gods, they founded an organization, an orphanage to take care of such children. In latter days, the orphans of the kingdom and those who wandered in from the outside were accepted as well. There's a lot to unpack here. I think I'm gonna like read through it fully and then like come back, because we're gonna get more detail. This is an academic way of doing things. You have ideas, you put them to the side, you continue reading, and then you do the analysis. The young Perinheri's first memory was that of being asked by the grown-ups to crawl through a dark corridor. This passage might have been a chimney for winter fires, for it was filled with coal ash, and there was not a single crack in it through which smoke or light could pass through. As he crawled, he would sometimes stumble in the pitch-black darkness. Fortunately, the corridor appeared designed for the passage of children in the first place, so the falls were not very painful. It also lacked any annoying cobwebs. When Perinheri reached the end at last, the exit had not opened yet. He knocked only for the grown-ups to coldly ask, "Are you dead?" Well, how was he to reply if he was dead? But the grown-ups did not like this response. They kept asking the same question, until at least he shouted, "Yes, I'm dead!" The adult then asked, "Did you see it then?" Perhaps it was the fear brought on by the darkness combined with hunger and exhaustion, but Perinheri did indeed see an illusion. The crimson moon, hanging high in the pitch-dark night sky, suddenly turned around, revealing itself to be a titanic, horrified eye. The adults opened the door and embraced the soot-covered Perinheri. "You have traversed the fire of 2 worlds within the hearth, and here you are, reborn." That's heavy. Though the crimson moon set, and the dark sun descended on into a yet darker dusk, that transcendental person from beyond, who the Kingdom Orphanage was awaiting, never arrived. But unusual individuals they had plenty, and many of those who strode forth from the gates of that orphanage became great knights of the kingdom. Perinheri was, in his time, the leading figure amongst their ranks. That is, unless he were forced to compete with his best friend. How do you pronounce that? Leobrent? Okay, Leobrent. They should have competed for glory, and decided who was superior through the amounts of honors they crowned themselves in, and in the number of goblets of fine wine down during the festivities afterwards. But for some reason, their rivalry would take a mortal turn. Okay. Volume 2. That day, the orphanage welcomed a new member. She was a beautiful young lady from a foreign land who claimed to be a noble princess. Her nation had been defeated by Deus Ori, so Zhongli, Morax. And yet, the daughter of a priestly line she remained, and would not submit to the new god, and so she had drifted, wandering through the gates of their kingdom. She called herself Angelica, meaning one who is as a divine emissary. Fair Angelica declared that she would only marry the mightiest knight in all the kingdom. Perinheri cared not a whit, but Leobrent was smitten with her. Angelica would often take walks near the Sea of Wells, and there, we have to remember there was actually no sea, and there she spoke much of the outside world to Leobrent. Perinheri would come along out of concern for his friend, and because suspicion was born in him sooner than curiosity. He would doubt her every word, yet wished that he might see these things one day. Angelica's arrival changed Leobrent altogether. He would cause trouble, looking for any provocation upon which to stake a duel against other knights. He would win all these bouts and turn to Angelica to show off his prowess, yet all she ever gave him was a cool smile. For what a great fit was was it for a great runner if they raced a tortoise and triumphed? Njord, who walks with the dark sprites, Alf, the greatest warrior in the Universitas Magistrorum, Alberish, commander of half the knights, and Perinheri, the undefeated. Angelica spoke thus of the mightiest figures in the kingdom as she saw them. Having fallen head over heels into the throes of love, Leobrand came to what was an all too reasonable conclusion for himself. People might call him a traitor, or believe him mad, but even so, he had no wish to hurt Perinheri. As for Perinheri, he believed that his best friend's madness would be cured, if only he could kill Angelica. That's rather extreme. In the midst of that most merciless of pursuits, the three left the kingdom's borders. At that very moment, Leobrand clutched its face. Yeah, it got very dark very fast. And the words escaping his mouth gradually grew more like the howlings of a wild beast. The witch, Angelica, explained thus. Leobrand is the descendant of those who forsook their god and came to the kingdom. This is why the kingdom's obstinately pure-blooded aristocracy persists. This is the price of betraying your own god. As for you, Perinheri, you are one who drifted here. Thus you bear no such curse. You may not have the nobility to shoulder a world, but you too have your own destiny. Oh, thanks for the cheer! Hello, I like your story and theories. Keep up the really excited. Thank you! Hi, Zaxel? Hi, Zaxel? Thank you so much! And welcome! Okay, carrying on. Reading Perinheri. And as for me, I betrayed no one. Not for a moment, until my god died. So I too bear this curse not. But you now see who I truly am, yes? The sun rose over the horizon at that moment, and Perinheri's blade slipped from his fingers, exhausted from the night-long battle. Covering his forehead with the back of his hand, he looked upon the sun for the first time, and when he glanced back at Angelica, he saw that she was neither a beautiful woman from Lie, nor a wicked witch. I am freedom, that which has broken free of fate. This is what Leobrand sought in agony, but that which is now yours, the taking. There was nothing before Perinheri, only vast, empty land. Okay, notes. Note 1. Note that the ancient people of Liyue did not use such names. Now that I consider it, her name may have been Lady Miaowin, Lady of Wondrous Sound, or Tianwen Nu, Servitor Tianwen. The Black Wolves of the first edition archaeological work on Kenria indicates that this must have been a type of war beast created using alchemy. Alchemy and the Beastmaster Knights were a mainstay during the Crimson Moon Dynasty, but interest in mechanical engineering during the Eclipse Dynasty would cause it to fall behind. That we know. That we know. Okay, special thanks might be kind of interesting. Yes, it is interesting. Mr. Dannon's archaeological studies into Kenria, which inspired this work. Jean Figeac. I think we saw that name at some point. Writings and Refinement, which have given this story its ending, second edition. Jack and Jean Figeac. Miss and Mr. Okay. Further correction of miscellaneous typos. Mrs. and Mr. Yeah. I think we've seen those names. A compilation of Carl Ingalls, records from investigation. Yeah. We know that. Carl Carl Ingold is the adoptive father of Jacob, I believe. Jacob and Renee, which were linked to the Narcissus and Screw's Ordo and to Kenry. Mr. Karasawa, assistant in natural history. Those are names that we know, actually. Mr. Yun notes only Rikach. Yeah. These are all names that we know. I started playing in 2021, but I was like... I was so terrible. I was saying that earlier. I started playing in 2021, and for a while I could not understand shit about the game. Like, I didn't even know what a gacha was. I didn't even know how we could wish for characters until my sister-in-law, who's the one that got me into playing Genshin, and she stopped not long after starting playing, but anyway. She posted that she got a new character and was like, how do you get new characters? Because I still have like Amber, Kaya, Traveler, and Lisa. That's it. And she was like, oh, you go there and you spend those. So the private, I'm like, oh, okay. So to tell you, I didn't understand shit about the artifacts, the talents and everything up until I was, I don't know, maybe AR 40 and got stuck into beating Child. That was terrible. So to tell you, I didn't get interested in the lore in quite a while after playing the game. I was like just trying to get by, try to understand the mechanics, try to follow with the main story, and then I started to notice like things and everything. And I started creating content for Genshin in 2021, but like a bit later, you know? But it was like basically just like funny kind of content. And then yeah, I as I was doing the quest and everything, I started like to connect some dots. I was like, wait a minute. But I was like just kind of like skimming through it, not really like diving into it. I had a few theories that are way over a year ago, like over a year old, and I talked about it before. But I actually never got around making lore videos because I wasn't like not enough confident in what like in my knowledge. But then I started to dive in. I was like, I had like so many theories popping up, and I'm like, I have to check out the lore. So that's how it came down to it, basically. Then I started reading, and down the rabbit hole I go. Okay, so that's for the first book. There are many things to say here. I don't know if I should like maybe read the second one and then do an overall analysis. I have the full picture, or just like book by book. I think I'm gonna read everything. I generally prefer to have like the whole picture. Okay, so let's go for volume 2, I think. All of us were terrible. Yeah, I think, yeah. Unless you were familiar with the game, like Oyo games and that kind of games, it's pretty hard to, you know, be good right from the start. So that, okay, that's volume 1. Volume 2 was just... Okay. Volume 1 there. Okay, they just added? Or it... Oh, no, I actually read both. Oh, I didn't notice that it was like following up and you didn't have to click through the thing. Oh yeah, okay, I read through both. Okay, we good. Okay, let's break it down. I know that people have been like going rabid for this book for a week. I know Minslev talked about it. I didn't stay when she started to read the book. I left her stream and didn't watch any of her videos because, like I said before, like earlier in the stream, although I love her content and everything, now that I am into lore, I would rather come to my own conclusions with what I have in game and not get influenced by other people's interpretations, you know? Not so many players are interested in lore, but your content helped me understand the story a lot. Ah, thank you. I mean, lore is so deep and dense. It's very hard to digest. Okay. Volume number 1. So, what I notice here, well, first of all, we obviously have Crimson Moon, which refers to the Crimson Moon dynasty. We know of two dynasties in Canria, which was Crimson Moon and then the Eclipse dynasty. The dark sky they mentioned that was obscuring the Crimson Moon is probably from the Archon War, not from the Cataclysm. The Cataclysm happened during the Eclipse dynasty. So when it obscured the Crimson Moon, it probably was the Archon War, which is kind of confirmed because Angelica appears in Canria at that moment, and she says that Morax killed her god. Right. Okay, so two dynasties. Crimson Moon, Eclipse Dynasty. Crimson Moon Dynasty was very focused on alchemy. The Eclipse Dynasty started experimenting with mechanisms and technology and stuff. Which is like, the Canrian society was kind of like split at that point. Because some people are like, you know, when people are like afraid of change and new technologies. So some were like, no, alchemy is the way that we've always like did things. And it's reliable, it's what we know, so we should keep relying on alchemy. I don't trust these like mechanical stuff, you know? And then we have the other side of Canria, who's like progress, mechanisms, knowledge from beyond this world. You know? So yeah. Going from that. The story starts during the Crimson Moon Dynasty. Subterranean realm is obviously Canria. Things from the outside world were always leaking through it. So that confirms my theory that, well, it's not a theory, we know that Tivat has rifts, but it confirms my theory that one of those rifts, the Abyss, is actually like leading to the outside of Tivat. And it's coming from outer space. So Canria is on the crust. Because in my opinion, Canria is like that globe, you know, globe. And that is inside, and the outside is the outer space. You just have to look at the story loading screen for that, basically. Because the planet on there is shattered, and I've been repeating myself on that because I think it's to that. So there are cracks, there are rifts, and Canria is on the border. It also fits because Alice is said to be fighting on the border to protect Tivat, so that's fitting, you know? The calamities are always slipping in. Okay, so the calamities, I believe, would be probably the Antimatter Legion? Things coming from Nanook, probably. The kingdom's weapon would wipe out the calamities slipping in, so alchemy. But what of all the other objects, such as, say, a child who may have come from some destroyed world? Okay. So Perinheri is supposed to be that child, if I understand correctly. Child wants me to point the world. Once upon a time there were sea people. That gods came from the sea. Gods came from the sea. Time they discovered a shipwrecked person. They would treat them with utmost honor, for they believed that the gods would take the shipwrecked. Investigate the mortal realm. The only time we heard something like that is on Seirai, with the ships that are wrecked. And in the second Golden Archipelago, we talked to one of the ships. So this might be Enkanomiya. It might be Enkanomiya. But I don't know. So basically the king said, whatever, this doesn't mean nothing to me, so just do as you please. I don't care. The oceans, of course. The only thing we have is interesting is here. The ocean and the sea were often used as metaphor for the space projected by the stars. So this kind of confirms that they had a direct access to space. So again, the rifts. So in anticipation for their arrival, and there is supposed to be like the children that would drift here and come from the Honkaiverse, from beyond the so-called ocean, so ocean of stars, space. The arrival of beings who could transcend the gods. And that's us. They're waiting for us, travelers. Because on the character story number 1, it does say something, you shall ascend. And that's basically the name, like what Genshin means. It means ascending god. And it's pretty clear that with the power that we are like collecting, we are supposed to be like the key. I mean, we're the main character, right? So we're the ones that's supposed to be transcending the gods. They founded an organization, an orphanage, to take care of such children. In latter days, the orphans of the kingdom and those who wandered in from the outside were accepted as well. This is interesting, and I'll come back to it later. There are many things that can connect here, I believe. Okay, so the young Perinheri's first memory. He was asked by the adults to call through a dark corridor. I believe this is the abyss. A chimney, so that would fit, like going from underground to up, kinda. I believe this is the abyss. Blah blah blah. Are you dead? But he has to answer that he's dead. This is... mysterious. Honestly, don't really know what to do of that. Why they ask him he's dead. And he has to answer he's dead. And by saying that he's dead, he's supposed to have seen something. And what he was supposed to see was probably that, what he did see. The crimson moon in the night sky, dark, turned and revealed to be an eye. a giant eyeball. The Crimson Moon, was it? Oh, fuck. I have an idea. Maybe. Maybe. What if the Crimson Moon that's supposed to be an eye is the Dragon King? What if it is the Dragon King? Because per my last video, the Dragon King seems to be linked to Kenria. So what if that eye is the eye of the Dragon King? Have traversed the fire of 2 worlds within the hearth, and here you are, reborn. I don't know how the physics of things are working here, but Perinheri went from the abyss, so outer space, into Kenria. And on his way there, he saw the Crimson Moon, which shining over Kenria, and it was an eyeball. Though the Crimson Moon set, and the dark sun descended into yet a darker dusk. So that would just like be something occulting it, but I don't know. That transcendental person from beyond, who the Kingdom Orphanage was awaiting, never arrived. Yes, because we were not there. But see, the kingdom like was waiting for it, and in the name card, it did say that the predictions that we traveler, the 2 stars, traveler and sibling, arrived. They got many people that were coming from outside of Teyvat. Right. Became the Great Knight. Cool. Cool. Now, Angelica, which named herself Angelica, but wasn't actually named Angelica because no one from Liyue was called like that. First, the fact that she says she claims to be a noble princess and that she was defeated by Morax. Just saying noble princess and her race being like, maybe not race, but like, I don't know, her people being defeated by someone. I would be like, oh, maybe she's like the Sealy princess. But the fact that she says that she was defeated by Morax, I kind of like don't see it. Because the Sealies were exterminated by Celestia, and the Archons were not there yet. They were kind of like having a dispute over who should be an Archon, but they were not installed. So that doesn't sound right. You know? One who is a divine emissary. Fair Angelica declared that she will only marry the mightiest knight of the kingdom. Okay, she's talking about the world. Okay, Okay. Leobrand wanted to be Chad, so he fought everyone, but she was like, mid. This is kind of interesting though, because okay, the dark sprites, I kind of heard that before, but can't place it. Alf I've definitely heard about, because Universitas Magistrorum, which is the organization that gave the prediction and has the machine that can predict the future. Alberic, of course, because Kaya. And what's interesting is that commander of half the knights, which is supposed to be like his name? Alford. There were two, Clothar and the other one. And I know there's no like canon evidence on which branch Kaya descends from, whether it's Clothar or the other one. I believe this is kind of a hint on which branch Kaya descends from, because this guy was commander of half the knights, and Kaya is a knight of Favonius, and he's the cavalry captain. You know? So I think he's like from the good branch, not the abyss branch. But who knows? And Perinheri, the undefeated. So they said that most of the outsiders became knights for Canria, right? Which means all of these people are outsiders, including Alberic. That's how I would understand it. Which is very interesting. As for Perinheri, he believed that his best friend's madness would be cured. Only he could kill Angelica. This kind of reminds me of Caterpillar, because he's telling a story to what's her name? La Noire, about a witch that wanted to cure their friend and took the flowers from the giant's garden. I'm like, I feel this is linked, but I need more info on Caterpillar to actually connect the dots, I think. Okay, so Perinheri, Angelica, and Leobrand left the kingdom. So they left Canria. This happens after getting cursed. So after the disaster, we started from the Crimson Moon. We switched to the Eclipse Dynasty. Somewhere around here, the Cataclysm happened because... Where am I? Where am I? Here. So this part is after the Cataclysm. Somewhere in the middle, the Cataclysm occurred. It's not mentioned in the story, but by the implications, it's very clear that the Cataclysm happened because they got the curse. They were not cursed before. They got cursed afterwards. So basically, they went to the surface. Leobrand got turned into a hilichurl, but Angelica and Perinheri didn't. Angelica because she didn't betray her god, because her god was killed, basically. So Leobrand was an outsider, betrayed his god. Okay. Perinheri drifted here. So he's not cursed. May not have the nobility to shoulder a world, but you two have your own destiny. As for me, I betrayed no one, not for a moment, until my god died. So I too bear this curse not. She's not cursed, because she didn't betray her god died. You now see who I truly am. Yes. Sun rose over the earth. Blade slipped from his fingers. Covering his forehead with the back of his hand, looked sun for the glanced back at Angelica. He saw that she was neither a beautiful woman, Liyue, nor a wicked witch. We obviously guessed she was not from Liyue. The books does say that she claimed to be a princess from Liyue, but that's what she claimed, not the truth. Nor a wicked witch, okay? I am freedom. That witch has broken free of fate. This is what Leoren saw in agony. That which is now yours, the taking. Nothing before Perinheri. Empty land. This is highly interesting because who the fuck is Angelica? But most importantly, Perinheri comes from outside Tevat. He's not from Tevat. He comes from the Honkai-verse. He was assimilated to Canria by the orphanage, right? I need to know more about Perinheri. They talk about the Alberich clan, which, since they're knights, also seem to be from outsiders. They seem to be outsiders. Okay, so here are my conclusions so far. First of all, the Crimson Moon that turned into an eyeball, a giant eyeball, could very well be Nibelung. Nibelung was blasted to bits, okay, by the Heavenly Principles. But the Pep said that he returned, and by the time he returned, everything has changed. So per my video, you know what I think, that Nibelung actually landed in Canria and made Canria its home. So the physics, like the physical aspect of what's the form of Nibelung is kind of blurry. As I believe that Nibelung might be the sinner, we saw the sinner was like crystal, right? But we know from the Melusines, from the Valin, that crystal can actually be a part of a dragon, and from Durin as well. Like maybe the crystal is Nibelung's heart, maybe. But there are other parts, you know, and maybe the moon is like his eyeball. I don't know. That's like my first conclusion. Then, Angelica, I thought she might have been the silly princess, like the last silly. But I don't know, because the sillies were destroyed. Actually, you need to check it out, but the sillies were destroyed by the heavenly principles and not by the archons. The god that we know that was in Lyre and that died in the Archon War was the god of Salt from Salterre. And I was like, oh, maybe, yeah, maybe she's like from those people. But we also know she's lying about her identity. She might very not be a princess at all. But the fact that she's called Angelica, which means like emissary of the divine, I was like, maybe she's Columbina, you know? Maybe it's Columbina. Especially when she has like the cold smile, like the cool smile. I don't know, it sounds very, very Columbina. But Columbina has like her eyes shut because of the thing on her eye, but maybe she had that like recently and she didn't have that before. Who knows? Like the kind of blindfold stuff. But on the other end, I also believe that Columbina might be a silly. I don't know. It's kind of blurry here. We don't have a lot to go on. As for Perinheri, the fact that she says she's freedom. Angelica was able to go past the heavenly principles, because the heavenly principles is basically the laws of Tevat, which are fate. So she succeeded in getting out, kind of. Oh, this is so intricate, so complex. Let me check something. This is the book. We don't need that. Okay, the story was likely inspired by Orlando Innamorato and Orlando Furioso. According to the description of both volume of Perinheri, the alternative title of this text is Leopranto Innamorato. Who hails from a Orland conquered by China-inspired nation. I need to know. I need answers. I need answers. That's a city. Let me look for answers. I'm reading the plot of the original book quickly. It's kind of short. That sounds like very close to what we have. Lando and Rinaldo. Drinks at the stream of love, making her fall in love with Rinaldo. Or Rinaldo drinks at the fount of hate, making him conceive a passionate hatred of Angelica. Ooh. Siege by King. And what's the first one? So in the text, the original text, basically the first guy gets killed and the second guy and Angelica flee. Angelica drinks from the stream of love and falls in love with guy number 2. But guy number 2 drinks from the fountain of hate and develops hatred for Angelica, which is kind of accurate because Perinheri hated Angelica. But what's the second, like, tome? Plot. Okay. What's interesting is that Angelica is pagan, which, like, since Angelica doesn't have any god now. He falls in love with Medoro, goes mad with despair, and rampages through Europe and Africa in his path. Stolfo. Oh. It's inspired, but there isn't, like, it's not as precise as what others could be. What I need, though, is that I wonder if Perinheri would be assimilated to the Alberich clan. Because what if Perinheri is Kaya? You know? Meaning that Kaya was from outside this world. Kaya coming from the Onkaiverse, but was in the orphanage and adopted by the Alberich clan, who was, like, then adopted again by Luke's father. Does that make sense? There are definitely some research. The other thing that is kind of important with this book is that it dropped on the update where we have the drip marketing of Arlecchino, whose title just Arlecchino Genshin. Get her drip. It's like the Bale Moon. What's the card? Where's the card? Probably have to go on Genshin Twitter. And Genshin. Trip marketing for Arlecchino was like maybe last week. I mean, it dropped at the same moment as the event, book, and oh, how coincidentally, Arlecchino's drip. Where is she? Where is she? We're not far. We're not far. Here. March 11th and March 12th we have the new update with Perinheri. Okay. Her title is Dire Bale Moon. Isn't that interesting? Dire Bale Moon. Like it's linked to the moon. And she's like, she's got crimson in her, you know? Okay, quick bathroom break. I'm coming back in less than a minute. And I'm back. Okay. Yeah, not gonna lie, Perinheri is kinda crazy. At this point, I'm not sure what I make of it. Because... damn, that's deep. But yeah. The only thing I have... like, additionally, is that I find it weird that Arlecchino's title is the Dire Bale Moon, and she's like, her color scheme is black, white, and crimson. You know? And also, why do I think that there is actually a connection between Arlecchino and that, other than the Crimson Moon stuff? And the fact that she seems to be half illiterate. It's because there's an orphanage. There's mention of an orphanage, and they said When Perinheri came back, they said, here, you have traversed the fire of 2 worlds within the hearth, and here you are reborn. And the orphanage is called House of the Hearth. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think Arlecchino is linked to that story. But looking at her hands and her eyes, I don't know who she is. What's her place in that? You know? Because if we go from her hands, she seems to be like half Hilichurl or something. Like she seemed to have started to turn into a Hilichurl. So she is affected by the curse. But Leobrand went mad, so I don't think she's Leobrand. Perinheri is unaffected because he's not from this world. And Angelica is also unaffected, so none of them would have like the black hands, right? So I don't know where she fits in that, but I do think there is a connection. I do think there's a connection, and I might be wrong, but I don't know. My gut feeling tells me that Perinheri actually went be associated with the Alberich clan at some point, because there's the knights, and every outsider was integrated into the knights. So technically, Perinheri could have been integrated into the Alberich clan. And that might be why Kaeya is not affected by the curse. I don't know what to think. That's my only lead. Because even pure Kenrian got affected by the curse. Clothar is the proof. Dainsleif is proof as well. They all got affected by the curse. But Kaeya is unaffected. So if the Alberic clan was made of not only pure blood Kenrians, but also from outsiders, and maybe outlanders like from the Honkaivers, that could be a thing. We don't have enough information here. I wish we knew more. Well, that's it for Perinheri for the moment. I definitely need to digest it. This will take a moment to go inside my brain. I guess we're gonna go back to doing the quest with Caterpillar, which hopefully will give us some more information. This half-hilly child that is not a child. Do I need to go in the Duke's office? Probably not. Would I like to? Obviously yes. Is he gonna be there? Likely not. Okay, we have to find quests to get 500 coupons. Because we're trying to get the little girl out and learn more about Caterpillar. Where was I? I had to go see Décembre, I believe? Or was it Dimanche? C'est Décembre. Dormitory block. That's the next quest where we can have some coupon. I think the dormitory blocks are up there. It was how long? Yeah. It triggered as soon as I approached the fortress of Meripede, but like I left it aside. And now I have to do it because lore and because I would like to do a Neuvillette story quest. And I believe it kind of has like conflicting parts. Like if I get rid of it, that's done. And in like the same move we can learn more about Caterpillar kid. Who's not a kid. Okay, dormitory. I think it's this level. What's the picture? He's over there. Let me look. Dude's over there. We're on the right floor though. As well as climbing on everything. I think what's the longest is like to actually find the side quests to get the coupons. I'm just like going with a guide because I can't be bothered to like search over and over again, like going round and round in the fortress. Miho. There's a quest thingy down there, but I'm not sure it's the one. Looking for December. Where's the guy? Because I think that's the dormitories, right? It's Ardennes. Ah, Ardennes. December, my guy. They're not even easy to find. Is he here? I don't believe he's here. Oh, he might. Oh, he might be actually. But over there. Rossolino. He's here. I wish we could just like go fight in the Pancration ring and just get coupons. Anyone help me, please? I'm begging you. Help this poor soul. What's up? Son's birthday. Send him a letter. Okay. You don't have time. You. Safety incident. Action zone. Okay. Well, it's just a letter. Yeah, we can do that. If you get, like, give us some. Like them for other people before, so I know the going right. The Paimon, we need the coupons, you know, so now is not the time to do things for free. You know. Okay, so let's... Sure. Are you for real, Paimon? Did you really say that we would do this for free? I have a feeling that this is like the French post. You go, you line up, and when it's your turn, they'll be like, oh, we're closing. Décembre leaves in a hurry after handing over the letter. Long time passes to hear you. The short queue hasn't moved and she'd be here a while. Okay, conversation. Lowest queue, that's, yeah. That's the French post office for you. Yep. Seems about right. Not technically for free, at least food. Perfect, nice by month. Yeah. Like, come on. Yes, we're usually would do this for free. Or just a good meal. But we're trying to get coupons for the little girl. You're not good at business, Paimon. Fell 3 times ago. Unlucky. Oh yeah, that's the guy. Décembre came to me that afternoon saying he had to line up to send a letter the following day. He asked me if I could cover his shift as a porter in the cafeteria. I was gonna say no because it sounded like more trouble than worth. But he gave me the old puppy eyes and said how it missed chains last time because he overslept. Now his son was still waiting for his letter. Oh, there's a chest! Although it's like a furniture chest, so... I took pity on him and agreed to help him. Guess what I saw when I got off yesterday? I'm looking for someone else to cover his work, and the excuse was still the same. He needed to send a letter. So I went over and asked him what happened. He said he learned from his mistakes and woke up early in the morning to queue up, but he still didn't manage to send a letter due to unforeseen complications. Don't tell me he joined the wrong line. Hi, thank you for the follow, Hassan. Thank you, welcome, welcome. No, but that's almost as funny as what actually happened. We've just been through Perinheri, which was kind of mind-blowing, but also a whole lot to digest. So now we're continuing the Game of the Rich quest with Caterpillar and trying to learn more about him. Skip breakfast, line early. Hey. Okay, he was out cold. I don't think I had anything either. Huh? Did I say that Mr. Dissolve? Haven't I realized what with lineup for? I think we always have food with us for emergency. Yep, and Paimon too. Because Paimon emergency food? Okay. And because you're always hungry. Okay, but this time he didn't ask us to cover for him at work. He asked us to post a letter. You start to forget your purpose here. On the occasional background noise and chatter serves to remind you that despite how it feels, time is indeed moving. Feeling lightheaded. Bro, this is very, very, very much a French experience. Makes the prank creation look like a walk in the park. Something. Hey, it's just a queue, an ordinary queue. This is war. Best laid plans are no much. So he didn't give us the letter that we were supposed to post? What did he give us? Like, what did he give us? He gave us a... I was getting pretty. Let's take a peek. To my love, my dearest Monsieur Neuvillette. I know not how many days and nights have passed since our previous trial. My dreams have been filled with longing of your face, so kind, so handsome. It excites me, agitates me to know that I shall be leaving this place and that I shall see you once more. As I said, I will do anything, anything to see you again. And I can't wait no longer, indeed not one moment more, for you to castigate me, your humble defendant. And this time I promise, I swear, you will remember my name. Your admired White Lily. What? What is that? I would make a joke about like this actually is Brycey that wrote it, but no. What the heck? Yeah, what the heck? None of this information adds up. I mean, we could end like, or like put the letter in and get our compensation, you know? You reassure yourself that this has all been worth it. But your question remains unanswered. The chapter is closed, but the story continues. Yes, what the fuck was that? What the heck? Leave? Chest first.
Brings a smile to my face.
Wow, I got actually a few primogems from a furniture chest. Incredible. It doesn't... Okay, wearing a sweater on stream doesn't look good somehow, but it's raining, so... Okay, this one... You have, like, some explaining to do. Run all the way here. Okay. Are you White Lily? Do you simp for Monsieur Neuvillette? To tell you the truth, a young woman asked me to send this letter for her. She looked really sick to me, so I agreed. And I didn't even take a single Mora. Mora, you're supposed to live off coupon. I'm paying for your compensation out of my own pocket. Looking at the contents of the letter, she does seem very sick. I guess I have grabbed the wrong letter on my way out. Fiddlesticks! With the letter, we'll never get there in time now. I mean, we could just like teleport out and deliver it like by hand, but... Compensation, okay. How many... I mean, you may have a lot of questions, but it's kind of not our concern. Guess we're hungry tonight? Okay. Not even one meal. Oh, that wasn't the right mission, but we have to do them all. Okay, 280. We need to complete another one. Okay, what's next on the list? Nizami. Nizami may have something for us. Or he may not. Because I talked to him before and he didn't seem to have anything to say. So he's around the pancreas. It's so long. Oh no, I don't like you. Where's Nizami? Wasn't he around here? He moves?
There are leaves around.
He changes his
And
like
I know just
area.
the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Oh, it might be here. At the Rag and Bone shop. Oh yeah, he's here actually. Hello, Nizami. Imagine if we had a playable character like that. Bro. Like... They're doing better with Alhaitham and Risley, but... This... Warlord. Yes, we can spar. Last was Golden Air. Yeah, sure. Bring it on. Just what I need. Yeah. Technically, I am a pacifist, but not so much of a pacifist, so it's fine. Especially if I get coupon.
You are not welcome here.
Well, I mean, you're the one who invited me.
Can't see?
Well, that was easy. You're not bad either. Lumin is so small compared to him. This is dangerously ridiculous, but like it's that she's half a size. I'd like to meet Nizami. Or at least someone who's built like him. Okay. Next one is... What the fuck is that name? Lechlade? That's a weird ass name. Production zone lower level. That's not the production zone. I believe... No, that's the first floor. Ground floor. This is the outside. I think we'll have to take the lift. All of this. Oh, he's here. Just to learn more about a boy that's named after a... I was gonna say a bug, but caterpillars are not bugs. A critter, I guess. Longer will be fine, but I'm going to be fine before you are. I do want to say, okay then, sure, bye. You don't sound fine at all. No, I'm fine, literally. Something's wrong. It's too late anyway. Are you alright or not? This is just an old man rambling. I'm done for the day. Okay. It must be the yellow green stones, they're evil. You know those stones, right? Yeah, weird stones. Yellow green. Please just go see a doctor. Rest up in the infirmary. I am a doctor. I no longer a doctor. Lost my certification. A lot of them are involved with the research institute. Okay, do we have to go? Okay, I was gonna say Siege Queen, but there is this guard that is actually a doctor. Yeah, Arden. Ardern. Ardern. Fuck. A guy. But he's a doctor. Just... Why don't we call C3?
Time to go.
So this guy, he's like kind of crazy. Can you treat him? Delusions. Okay. So you know what this is. Doesn't harm to the body. Can remove. Okay, so I didn't think much of your water, but apparently it's a thing. So he doesn't know. As far as I know, he stays away from these drinks, but I give it to him before telling him it's a health potion, and he did actually try bigger after drinking. So it's like psychological. All I know in an infirmary. A doctor's order. Let's go. Give me the coupons. Just want like to end the day and see if we can learn something more from Caterpillar. Oh, there are so many like cubes and stuff.
Time to go.
I'm guessing that the stones are like imbued with, I don't know, power from the primordial sea or something. I don't think you're worth it at all. Okay. Suspicious, of course. I can keep working. Okay. Thanks for the coupon and bye. How many? Okay, we got enough. Let's go see Caterpillar. We should be like in 3rd place now. Probably, or not. Genevieve, you're gonna ask us to join your team. Let's be direct, shall we? I protest against. Oh, because you're not happy about the system, like. Rules should be more open and transparent. There's the catch. Conditions should restart with the new rules in place. Will that make all the hard work we've done so far be for nothing? What's so crazy about that? All the time in academia, you realize that there's an error in your thesis or methodology and you completely invite those conclusions. Blah blah blah. Maybe for the next time he runs the game. Just play it as it is for this time around. There. Then just drop out of this version and I don't know. You have the right idea, but this isn't a decision that can be made just by us. Yeah. Etienne will only change the subject. As for Rave, you kids, I'd better keep your guard up around him. Yeah, we don't trust him. We don't like that guy. I mean, our team is called like kids team. To be fair.
Time to
Okay.
go.
I want today's story, Caterpillar. Enlighten us. Oh. Is it Noai again? Ugh. Just who I was looking for. Hey. Did something happen? Or... Okay, did something happen? I can't disclose any specifics to you, however I'd like you to answer a few of my questions. Ugh. We're new here, we don't know nothing. Kid's nice. Okay. The missing records need to be recreated. This isn't necessarily bad news for him, but without those records, he won't be able to leave this place, even if he has legally redeemed himself. Yeah, sure. As such, I hope you can answer my questions on. Do you know when Caterpillar arrived in first? No. I don't suppose you know the specifics of his sentence. Crime? No. Do you know anything about this master he mentioned earlier? No. Have either of you observed anything peculiar happen while speaking to him? Not so far. We're not gonna talk about the funny stories. That's enough questions for today. It doesn't seem like you know very much. No, we don't. We're new. Yeah, sure. We'll report it. Sure. We won't. Looks like we don't know much about Caterpillar after all, but if he doesn't want to talk about his crime or sentence or anything like that, I might think we better not press him. I'm not really concerned about any of that. Yeah, I'm not really concerned either. Like, yes, he seems suspicious, but I am not worried about him. Yeah, he didn't ask much for us. Manuel seems to really trust him as well, so he's probably not a bad guy. For now, right? Can never go wrong with full caution. Nothing is ever black and white. Let's spy on moon. So fast. And the trees in a desert oasis. The nuts? Place the desert is a body of water surrounded by a vast sea of sand. You know, opposite. Yeah. All the work we've done have advanced by now, right? I asked Etienne, and here's where things are at the moment. So we should be. We're not even third. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Yep. Yeah. Like, this is gonna be hard. Worried by evil soul. We just have to, like, try harder. Yeah, at least there's always next time. Hmm. Okay, let's listen in. Remember to brush your teeth. Nothing new. Okay, we'll rest. Because when you like, okay. Anyway, it's my turn to tell you a story. To tell a story. I've heard enough stories to tell one of my own now. Alright, you can be the storyteller this time. Okay, my story will also begin in the giant's garden. Long, long ago, in a garden full of purple flowers, there lived a prince, a princess, and a brave hero. Oh, and the ruler of the garden, a giant with a nasty temper. What the witch wanted more than anything were some of the purple flowers, but the mean giant treasured them so much that he wouldn't let anyone pick even a single one. Kind-hearted Mr. Giant, the witch asked, I am in need of the little purple flowers from your garden. You have so many already. Could you please share just one with me? But the mean giant refused. Every flower in my garden belongs to me. The giant shouted, I won't share them with anyone. Kind-hearted Mr. Giant, the witch continued, please hear my tale. I traveled here from a fountain in a far-off, distant land. An Oceanid there has fallen ill, and the scent of those purple flowers bring her comfort. If you could give me just one of them, perhaps the condition will improve. The giant, who didn't have an ounce of compassion in his heart, callously refused the witch's request. What did an Oceanid in a faraway land have to do with him? Then the witch asked, is there anything I can do for you? I know many magic spells, and I could use my magic to help you with someone in exchange. Will you agree to my request, kind-hearted Mr. Giant? Giant thought it over, then said that he lost something very important to him. If the witch could use her magic to help him find it. So they made a deal. Yep, in the end the witch's friend recovered and the giant found what he had lost. Isn't that a better story? At least in this story everyone gets a happy end. Okay, but what did he lose? What did he lose? The game will be over soon. Another 300. Honestly, that's not much. Can't we like try to get more? Okay. Let's see. South side of the dormitory. Southeast side of production zone. Let's see. That's dormitory. And that's production. I don't know which one will give us more. I guess we can do both. Okay. Start with the... I wish we weren't like limited by the coupons per day. Okay, it's this guy. You're people of leisure? People of leisure? And just who told you that? Okay, that is correct. Run Papa get care of you. Did she? Except any and all must be capable of it. Care of you. Indeed, it would be more accurate to say you two can take care of me. Sorry, but no discounts. Regardless of the outcome, I will compensate. Nami's fault. He does have big fists. By someone who barely entered the news. Who's inside? Oh, Mizami got inside. Okay. It didn't even look like a negotiation. He just hammered on the door with his fists, standing outside and shouting. It was a truly shocking moment. He's a brawler. You can't ask him to, like, negotiate. Okay. I hope you're gonna give us like the 54,000 coupons. That would be great. Not gonna happen though. Although that, like, how do you have so many coupons? He's hacking rich. Okay, who's inside? Non-Vatanians seem to be discriminated against. All here north as well. Is it? I am Melusine, a nameless traveler. Funny that we say nameless. An adventurer crossing all the nations of the world. Ask not for my identity, not inquire as to my origin. This is deception. We're basically lying. This is truth, but might be scary because not from Fontaine. This is... No, I don't like that one. Maybe I'm wrong, but... We have to go, like, strategically. Use Melusine. But... I don't know, I want to go for this one. Okay. Hey, something similar happened a while ago. The client of yours really refuses to give up. You were sent by that guy with a really funky way of talking, weren't you? It actually improved. Forget it. Out of respect for his perseverance, tell me his offer. Okay. We're making the offer. Should we reveal his budget? You probably shouldn't. Should try to get a bargain. Haggling time. Let's put the price in the basement, or let's just lay all the cards. No, I think we should like negotiate. Oh, you kidding? Market price is falling. I will only fall further. Let's raise to match the claim. How about 54k? Only just 10% higher than we had the Psycho Hammer on my... What a mess. The way your offer keeps fluctuating, I bet there's room to increase further. I just have to wait a little longer. Just a little longer and it'll rise all the way. Oh no! I'm a bad negotiator. Never misinterpret the trends. I think there's no winning in that. Actually, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I think there's no winning. Sorry, dude, but this naughty guy in the room is not giving up. Okay. Are they really like just after the coupon and that it? Then like another way you can convince. I say him. Okay, we should be able to do the other one. She's Nelly. Production zone upper level.
These essays from the Fontaine researchers.
I think it's this. No, this is the... Actually, I don't know. Production zone. Where she be? Nelly... She has a camera. There's this guy.
Time to go.
I don't know if I'm on the right level. I'm not here. She's not here, she's on the upper level and I will have to take a lift. Yeah, I think I have to go up. No lift? Can I hold the lift? How do I get up there? Do I get inside? Huh? Oh, here. No? Yes. Gonna get crushed. That's pretty long. Hi, Hirohayo.
Wherever in this world I roam.
Et non, je ne suis pas québécoise, je suis bien française.
It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Not it French. But I stream in English. But that would explain that I have a little accent. Yeah, that's because I'm actually an English teacher. That's why. But I do tend to pick up any and every accent that I hear, so it's kind of a mix of many accents, which make no sense. He's here now? Boy, he really be moving. Wait, where am I? Am I down there? I wanted to go up. I didn't want to go down. What the heck? Oh. I wanted to go up. I did take the lift that was going up, right? Hang on. If I go back to the thing, it's going up. Right? No, it's going back down for sure. Yeah, it's going down. I'd like to help, but I didn't do anything here. Oh, we're just like doing the Game of the Rich quest because we read Perinheri earlier, and I actually like triggered the quest when I started and when I approached Meripede for the first time. Wait, so production zone is under. And I never did it. But since Caterpillar has very interesting arms, I felt we should do it just for the sake of learning more about Caterpillar and maybe get more information in interpreting I lost it. In the meaning interpretation, yeah, of Perinheri. Which was mind-blowing. Honestly.
I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear
I
it.
truly, like, I have so many wild thoughts about what I read. I don't know yet how to connect the dots, but I have thoughts. That I have. How to connect them and organize them, that's a whole... Yeah, we're not on the right thing. Where is she? Okay, how do you like the current... It's cool, I like it because I like managing events a lot and puzzles a lot. So this event is made for me, but I am catching up on the quests. But this is getting annoying at present. Production zone upper level.
This scenery is wonderful.
Over here.
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
We're not this is like not going well. Okay, so this is the administrative area, which is not that. This is not it. It's this, but a level higher. Nope. And this is outside. Not gonna lie, First of Meripede can be hell to navigate. Because why don't we have a lift, like a teleport for the superior production zone? Procrastinating on quests and exploration, just do dailies, abyss, and event. Understandable. I was explaining earlier that I had kind of a low moment in Genshin, and I said that I felt it's always the case when we finish an Archon quest. Like everything, it's like generally it's so emotional and packed with action and emotions that after you're left with a kind of emptiness, you know? It took forever to figure out how to enter. Yeah. Like, I only went to the upper level when I had to meet up with Linny. But like, if I go down, rated on another level. Yeah, I know, but where? How do I go there? Because it won't stop if I take the lift. This one says up.
Wherever in this world I
It has to be this one, but
memories of my home.
I took the lift earlier and it didn't take me up, it took me
It is
down.
the last link I have to the land of my birth.
I can see that being an issue. Because I only do a quest every 3 to 6 months. I don't feel it that way. I guess. Like, lately I started to like actually stop neglecting the lore side of the game. Like, I've always had theories and stuff, but I just like skimmed through the lore. But lately we've had so much stuff. I kinda have to, you know, do the thing. Okay, God, if I go there. No, it's going to administrative administrative area. That's not where I want to go. To go up there. How do I get up there?
Just never seems to be end.
Where?
Time to go.
Or this one is gonna go to production zone upper level. Like it doesn't stop to this level, it goes way up to the administrative district. This one goes down to the lower production zone. Is there another lift that I missed? It might be just me. Can I ask you when you started streaming? Good question. I don't remember. I think I started streaming... Oh, found it! When did I start? Not like... I would say maybe years ago? A year and a half to 2 years, I would say. I had some long pauses at some time. Like I had started and then I had to move, which took quite a lot of time and energy, so I stopped, like I paused. Then I started again and she's here. And then I had another pause because I wasn't doing very well mentally because stuff, stressful stuff happening, so I didn't have like the energy. Streaming, like, it was taking so much out of me. But yeah. When I say long pause, it will be like 3 to 6 months, I guess. They're not back to normal, but I'm trying to like switch careers, which can be daunting to say the least, and complicated sometimes. So yeah. It's definitely not back to normal, but we're trying. At least I have a consistent schedule, more or less, for the stream. Well, the ideal would be full-time creator, but we know that's kind of a complicated thing. So I don't know, it would be like dabbling like as a freelancer in graphic designs, like assets, artist, content creator, UGC creator, copywriter. I can even do freelance translation and social media management. Like all of these are fields I can work in. Like I believe I have the skills for it, but I don't necessarily have the experience or the diplomas. I mean, thank you, but I don't know if that will be possible. I hope. I definitely hope, but considering how it's like hard and also hard to get a decent like pay for what you do. Oh, and thanks for the follow. That's so nice. Thank you. And yeah, I was saying it's like already hard like to get, because most of the money you make as a content creator is from partnerships, right? And it's hard to get some, and it's hard to be paid like correctly. I've had offers that were like ridiculous. Options? What do you mean? Okay. If we've heard of cameras. Where's the news? I have awoken from my. I love how you say that, Hoya. It's like, behold, I have awakened. Was it a good nap though? So I don't know what do you mean by options? Hero. It's fun to call you a hero. Behold, I have returned. It does give that vibe, but it's funny. If you can live on saving or have someone backing you up long enough, you can make it, but you have to be... No. Sadly not. We're poor here. Because teachers get shit pay. No savings. I'm currently on medical leave. And you get your full pay for 3 months. And then you're down half pay until 6 months. And past 6 months, you get nothing. So currently, I'm like half pay. So there's no way I can save because I live in an expensive area. I didn't choose to live here because teachers here don't choose where they go. So it's a bit complicated because rent is super expensive. Groceries are super expensive. Everything is super expensive. So yeah, it's a bit complicated. I don't have anyone backing me up. My husband earns less than me on half my pay, you know? So yeah. It's the same all around the world. Yeah, there are... No, you have to admit that there are some areas that are way more expensive than others. And sadly, I live in one. And I can't get out. Frustrating. So yeah, I'm like I've applied for something that lets you be on medical leave and have full pay, but it has to be approved in a commission. So I don't know if it will be approved or not. And if not, I'm fucked. Okay, sounds a bit amateurish. You're not a journalist, right? Like fishing too. Like I feel this is kind of mean, but I don't know. Okay, whatever. Novice angler. Yeah, I fished that Paimon. Like that's my biggest catch, you know? Got a bunch of questions and didn't know where to turn for advice. If you hook a maintenance mecha and it bites, what would you do? Beat it up. I won't release it because they're scaring away the fish. So I will beat it up. I see. So that's how you choose to handle it. Okay. Pretty good at steering the conversation. You should take classes from Charlotte. Okay, capture the most... Wait, you're not an inmate? I thought she was an inmate. Okay. Yeah, same. By the time I completed all the procedural paperwork, I missed the guards. And I want to hook a platinum collection. Initial configuration of water body cleaner. Okay. Stop being so picky if you don't want to return empty-handed. Yeah, sometimes like you have to face the truth. Okay, but like... Okay, tell us what you want us to do, actually, because we're here for the coupons. Granville. Based on my judgment, his news value among guards is equal to situation controller. Good report with him. Refuses to come over. Maybe you should go to him if he doesn't want to come. Why don't you explain it to him yourself and get him to come right that way? Yeah, can you just take the camera over there? The view is better. Like, I get it, but still. He's very, like, nitpicky. Like, I'm picky, but this is a whole... This situation is like, how can you, as a newbie, make the most of a situation you have no control over? And you should learn how to do with what you have. I must leave you. I need to rest. It was nice meeting you. Good luck with everything and persevere. You never know. I have a wonderful rest of... Thank you! Thank you for dropping by and thank you for the lurk. See you around. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. So we're turning off the loudspeaker. Whatever that plan is. Is this one working? Apparently it's not this. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Past it? Oh, it's this one. Label. Report. Hey, Granville. The speaker that I turned off doesn't work anymore. Again? That's strange. I just got clients to repair. It looks like it's not even as good as fixing things as I am. Okay. It wasn't that difficult.
Time to go.
Also, what's the problem with the view? The view is okay, I suppose. You have to wait here. Okay, snap your picture, and if you tell me your picture is blurry, I'm not doing it again. My posture is shit, not gonna lie. Okay, did you get your picture? What did I say? What did I say? So predictable. I am not doing that again. You work with what you have. It doesn't look very vivid, but it's artistic, alright? So vivid, it almost seems like it will start moving any moment now. Let's tell the truth. I think it's a great shot. Yeah, I think I know why you're not a good journalist. Seriously, go to Charlotte and take lessons. Okay. Caterpillar! New bit of story. And trying to... Oh, I'm not on the right level. My bad. Seems to be. I don't feel I'm on the... I'm still not on the right level. Oh, Fortress of Meripede is so convoluted. Okay. Are they fighting again? We just want to check our score. Why bother coming when you know you're going to lose? I wouldn't be so certain of that. Only ahead of us by a little. A little? We don't know. I so want to, like, this guy be exposed for, like, I don't know, fraud or something. Did you announce the results? Of course. Oh, but the results on Caterpillar's hand still need to be calculated. That or Caterpillar actually pulled a trick off his sleeves. Why don't you wring out an aspect of mercy in your heart and let them know the gap between us is too wide to cross? Stop torturing us with false hope. Come on, come on. These are the final results, but be able to win once we add the coupons that Kato got today. Like, I'm sure he got like a huge amount. He got Genevieve's point at the coupons. You want to bet that? I was against it, but this is the more logical approach with respect to the... I think she gave us the coupon. Supposed to mean. Like, if she gave them to Rave, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. Because they've been fighting. And we're the one who convinced her that to, you know. I hope she gave us the coupons and not Rave. Shit. Doesn't need the chance to leave. And we don't need to place first. You mean you gave all? Yeah. You say it's boring, but you're still playing it. You know? But did we add Caterpillar's coupon? Oh yeah, we didn't. Okay, so Genevieve's kind of stabbed us in the back. What a bitch. So let's see what trick has Caterpillar up his sleeve. He has no, I mean, up his, like, collared ends. Well, if he says that, you have, like, you can guess that it's not gonna be a drop in the ocean. Yeah. That's what I thought. I didn't expect him to go that high. But wow. Like, I expected him to go, like, at least at 10k? But 2 million? How did he do it? Yeah, what did he do? It's a trick even simpler than magic. I used the coupons I saved up in the past to hire a bunch of people to help me work. What we have now is the product of their work this whole time. And I believe this falls within the rules too. Even if it does, that's an insane amount. I also have my reasons for needing to win, and I'd even gotten help from my 2 friends. It should be a real shame. It would be a real shame if we lost now. It would. Honestly, it would. Is it charging? Is my... So this wasn't about honor. I think it's time to announce the final results. But we don't care about honor. We're here to get the kids out. You know, kids out of prison. I mean, even though he's not a kid, but since everything's been tallied, it's time to announce the final results. The winners of this game are Caterpillar, Traveler, Paimon. Yeah, you picked a fight with the wrong people. I'll make the same mistake this time. You'll pay the price for the choices you made. She gave you her tickets. What are you complaining about? Pretty cliche if you ask me. We'll see about that. You'll see. Yeah, pretty cliche. I honestly think that Etienne kinda helped the thing because he was the one that took Lanoir and entrusted her to Caterpillar. And he brings her flowers and stuff, so I think he wants to help her. And I think he had a hand in it. Before he gets back again. Thinking isn't wrong, but that is just not suited for a place like this. You ready? Said goodbye to everyone. We're also ready to get going whenever. Just keep quiet for a while. I've made some arrangement in advance, so we shouldn't run into any problems. Yeah, I really think like he helped us so we could get the kid out. An eye for an eye. Okay, Lanoir. Also, I don't understand why she's called Lanoir, but other inmates call her Skylark. I don't know if there's something I missed there. Do you see any walls? I don't see a wall anywhere around here. There are no walls. Just... yeah, technically, because our world is actually a bubble, but if they're too far away to see with your eyes, they'll look like the horizon. He kind of confirms that. We're in Fontaine. We're on the continent of Tevat. The continent of Tevat is just like the fortress of Meripede. I can't see its wall here anywhere. I think it's really big fortress, right? I think up the sky must be the moon. It were the sun. It really hurt my eyes like the evil sorcerer's magic. All around me are things that I've never seen before, and the things I've only seen in books. Let's go on another adventure. Peter was right. Venturing outside his way, more fun than Meripede. Let's discuss adventuring later. We really should find your family first. Oh, he's back. Ugh. Ugh. Also, what's with that little girl? What business is it of yours? Weren't you on leave? Patrolling with a gardamek in your off hours won't get you promoted. I came back as soon as I received the report. Have you gotten yourself mixed up with them? You're making a grave mistake. Oh, for the love of... I don't know. Actually, I think you'll find that I'm rectifying a mistake and saving everyone a lot of paperwork. Miss Monglin might even invite me to dinner as thanks. Ooh. They're criminals. Okay, just because you're in Meripede doesn't mean you're a criminal. Even if the papers with their serial numbers on them. Well, no papers, no criminal. The little girl like this, a criminal? Are you out of your mind? Anyone can be a criminal. Little girls are no exception. What the fuck, dude? Whatever other plans you may have. Now, escort your back. Honestly, if Risley learned about it, he'd punch that guy. For real. We only just got out, and now you want to make us go back? I don't think so. You don't have a choice in the matter. You must comply with the rules and accept your punishment. Like, we don't care about going back in because we were there on a mission. But the kids, like the girl and the kid that is the kid, I can see quite a few ways actually. If a few Gardamex get scrapped in the process, well, that's also what happens when people break the rules. You mean? Oh, there's a scarab that I need for Risley. It would seem you have no intention of repenting. Then you leave me no with Gardamex show no mercy to recalcitrant criminals. You're really gonna attack children with Gardamex? Disgusting.
One with nature. One with the force.
Settle down.
Yes, settle down. Oh, I know it's not over, but I'm gonna fuck you up. Because who do you think you are?
Silence.
Yeah, silence. Big angry from Nevelet. Because Nevelet would judge you as well. Like, I don't know where this guy comes from, but what a jerk. Oh, you want more? You want to cost more money to the fountain administration? What is it? The Maréchaussée? La Maréchaussée. Is he gonna do some? Yeah, he's gonna do some weird shit. That's animal power. Show us your true form. Oh, a big ass Elytral. Oh, I never saw that coming. He's an animal Elytral? So cool. So does that mean that Elytrals have like psychic abilities? Abilities?
Silence.
Oh, I thought Tainari would be like too small for that, but apparently not as small as Xiao. Oh, sorry, Navi.
I will have order.
Not enough.
The wind knows it.
My Zhongli is no more. DPS no more. Only shield. Good heavens! I'm your colleague. You're not thinking of taking me in too. Since you've thrown your lot in with them, you deserve the same punishment. Oh. Please. I really hope like Risley is gonna barge in and be like, what the heck? Gardamex simply gets scraped, but you... scrapped maybe. But you, even if you are monsters, you can still feel pain, right? Excuse me. I am not a monster. You are. And he's not a monster, he's just a Elytral. You really can't wrap your head around it when he has, like, literally black forearms. Come on. How do you not Recognize him. That's Cater. Yeah, it's him. I'm a monster and a human. It's fine. It's fine. Come on now. As long as you're not a hilichurl that attacks me, you're fine. I actually like those. I never imagined such a monster even existed in the forest. A hilichurl that can talk? Who would have thought? How do you manage to pull the wool over everyone's eyes? Sorcery could allow a mindless creature to worm its way into our midst, like a wolf in a sheep's clothing. Ugh. The more he talks, the more I hate him. Like, ugh. Why haven't you run away yet? Are you pretending to be human? Of course, I will catch you even if you do run. Please. Please. I'm guilty, but she hasn't done anything wrong. She shouldn't be here. You won't find her name on any sentencing documents. She is innocent. She only ended up stuck in the fortress due to a few mishaps. The mishap being born in the forest. In the fortress, sorry. I'll return to the fortress with you, but have Etienne take her back home. Okay. The monster actually wants to make a deal with me? I do indeed. Let her go home. As far as the fortress of Meripede is concerned, she never existed in the first place. Her absence will not be felt. So in the story, was it supposed to be the giant? I don't believe it. I believe the giant was someone else. But catching a monster like me should be a big deal, no? Fontaine hasn't seen a monster like me for several centuries. Wrong, because there are some in the wild, but maybe they're not as big as you. Because he's pretty big. If you pass up this opportunity, I'll put my human skin back on and slip away into the crowd. You'll never get a chance like this again. So he should be like the result of an experiment. You're right, I've never seen her in the fortress before. She's completely irrelevant. That's how we talk about a child. Irrelevant. You're too dangerous. I can risk it. And even like you get away. We have a deal. You return to the fortress of Meripede, and the girl can leave. It would achieve your goal. Might as well take it. What? What am I supposed to do? Okay, because if we do that, logically, the girl leaves and he takes Caterpillar back to the fortress. But I actually want Caterpillar to be free. So if I say don't take the deal, it could be a trick. I don't know if I'm talking to him or Caterpillar. But if I say that to the guard, we might like trigger a situation where we have the possibility of letting the two of them escape. I don't know if there is actually a different, not an ending, but what would happen? Would happen? Because I see that there are many other quests that, Let me have a quick look. Game of the Rich. Walkthrough. Oh my god, the images are so saturated. I want to see what happens if, like, depending on the answer we choose. Okay, we go out. Subquest of Unfinished Comedy. You collect coupons. Okay, let's go there. Guys. I think we're, yeah. An eye for an eye. Leave the fortress. Go to the... We're already out though. Okay, this doesn't... This doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. What am I just want to know if there are, like, implications. Does this one has a better guide? Dialogue, maybe? Yeah, I kind of want to do that, you know? Because I'm thinking, like, maybe... Like, either way, it's either to, like, not prevent, but warn Caterpillar to not take the deal. Okay, this is, like, way down. Way down we go. Okay, and after that? They stop at announcing the result. And that's it. So, if I search an eye for an eye, because that's what it was. Like, I want to take that. What was that? I saw something, but I don't know what it is. Popping on my screen. I can't see. I can't see what it is. And I'm just trying to. I guess I'll check it later. But okay. Oh, I think that either way, you do get dragged back to Fortress anyway. Okay, I'm gonna say don't take the deal. The guilty return to where they should be, and Lanois returns to her family's side. Everything on the right track as it should be. He is someone who follows the rules. This is also in accordance with the rules. Enough, monster. Ugh. Good thing that he's like, this is not a voiced quest, because it would make me hate him so much more than I already hate him. You know, all coming back for the fortress. Girl included. Who would actually make a deal with the monster? Yeah, that was a trick. Where is Riceley when we need him? He fooled again. Play by my own rules. Who do you think you are? Means I'm missing the rest of your lives. You have no right to bypass a trial. If you want to emphasize that in your written appeal, be my guest. But until then, you don't have a choice. I'm gonna go see Riceley, and we'll see who's who, okay? Get me the manager of this place. And his cake. I have tea for him. Literal and metaphorical. Fill the appeal form for out for you today, but you should stay out of trouble until a final decision has been. Do not rile him up. But is he the manager of this place? No. Oh, I thought I was getting a coworker who knew what he's doing, so I could be less stressed. But as it turns out, I've only gotten busier since he arrived. Yeah, cause he's a jerk. Or you want to take a vacation in Natlan? Dragonland? I want to go to Natlan too. Okay, I know it's not the time, but we literally know nothing about Natlan, so... No. Kept under strict watch. If you don't want the same treatment, then follow the rules. I have like the voice of Risley that's like... yeah, don't break the law. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, that's like... a word of advice? Don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah. Seriously, don't break the law. But bro! Your people are breaking the law! Let me see the manager. Risley! Risley! Come here! I know he's not gonna be in his office, but one can hope. Like, manage your people. Please. They're... I knew he was not gonna be there, but... Aww. Plot twist is in there. If he was actually in there... I would not have been responsible for any reaction that would ensue. Fucking love this man.
Time to go.
Okay, it's time for a prison break. Call me Michael Scofield, because we're gonna break him out. We have to. And I'm so disappointed that we don't actually get Risley to appear. Like, come on, just one little apparition, a sneak peek. Okay, I guess this is like solitary confinement. But they did put Etienne on guard? I mean, that's too easy, right? No, I would probably call it atoning for my sins. But I've got seniority, so he doesn't get to order me around. Then what are you doing here? We're gonna try and bring them out. We have to do that. I mean... I knew that he'd been here for a long time, longer than any of us. As for the rest, is any of it really important? He looks like a human, and he talks like one too. What can I say? I like chatting with him. There! Maybe appearances matter more to me than what's inside. Well, I beg to differ because... was taken to go fill in some registration. But don't worry, she'll be back soon. Well, the problem is that she should not fill any registration form because she doesn't need to be here. Like, if she was not registered, it's for a reason. I believe that Risley left that on purpose, you know? Because if she gets registered, she can only get registered like as an inmate, especially now that she tried to leave. You really are not asking Paimon, it's very obvious. You're a Hilichal? Obviously? Paimon, you have two eyes. Aren't Hilichals all kinda dumb? Oh, that's offensive. That's offensive. You looked just like a regular kid before. Doesn't know what's real anymore. You said before that you looked like this because you got sick. After all, everyone has things that I'd rather not tell anyone. But you're also so good to Lenore, and she trusts you too. I mean, Paimon... Wait, was Paimon there when we met Care? She was not there, right? But you're not a human at all, you're a Hilichurl. That's bullshit. I want the answers to the questions Noai asked before. When did you come to the fortress of Meripede? Over 400 years ago, so post-cataclysm. So he might be Kenrian, not pureblood, of course, and got cursed. That's a possibility. Well, no. I mean, the fortress was founded way during like Egeria's time, so... What was your crime? If you're interested in history, I was a member of the Narcissist's Cross Ordo. I knew it. I was found guilty of being an accessory to the Master's scheme. So, there's still some shadow area around here. Is he the result of an experiment? Or was an Hilichurl and got experimented on, and hence why he could turn back to a kid, even though he's not a kid. The prophecy of the apocalypse, my master believed that he could stop this feature of destruction from coming to pass. We did much to prepare for this. It was a powerful magic and also an evil plan. Okay, we know that the Narcissist's Cross Ordo used the power of the Abyss to try and prevent the apocalypse, which was also predicted by Kenria, by the way. But perhaps none of this is important now. The plan failed, and the Narcissist's Cross Ordo has essentially ceased to exist. Whether Fontaine is destroyed or not, it no longer has anything to do with me. Who was the master? We think we know, right? Narcissus was a powerful mage, so Narcissus. He taught me human speech and granted me memory and intelligence. Okay, so he was an actual Hilichurl from the Cataclysm. Was there really someone who could do something like that? I mean, yes, because if you think about like Clothar and his son, but Caribert, right? Your appearance aside, you really do seem like an ordinary human. He somehow managed to go a step further than Clothar was with Caribert. Also, it is said that Clothar did manage to cure himself from the curse. Like, it is said, it's not confirmed, but... So, you know, there's something here. Though many details of the past have faded into memory, I remember this very well. This was a very, very long time ago. I couldn't change how I appeared to others at will then. Many humans, some in finery, other in rags, some with curiosity, other with disdain, who all asked the similar questions. Can Hilichurls really talk? Are Hilichurls really capable of intelligence? That's so offensive. My master raised the holy blade of Narcissus high. It was a ceremonial sword, so the blade wasn't sharp, but still it glistened in the sunlight. Behold, he said, even a hideous monster such as this can attain wisdom and redemption through my power as the incarnation of Narcissus. This is... Hilichurls were people. I really don't like the way they are talked about. Like, sure, we beat them up all the time, but anytime a Hilichurl is involved in a quest, like, it's so like cringy to me how they are treated. I was one of his creations, and as a testament to Narcissus' power, I once wielded the blade for the Order. But the sacred sword This one? Eventually couldn't save my master from a fate of failure and ruin, and the mystical magical weapon no longer exists. Supposedly it's the wooden sword. There will be no more monsters in human skin like me. Like he's a kind of neo-human, kind of. Why do you want to help Lenoir? Because of compassion. Humanity might be unattainable for me, but at the very least I can imitate it, just like how I learned to change how I appear to others. You both innately possess kindness and benevolence. Because of this, you don't need to think twice about helping others. You simply do. If you look at their outcomes alone, plenty of actions are indistinguishable from each other. We all agree that Lenoir shouldn't stay in the forest of Meropide, and that she should return to her family, so we chose to help her. Your actions come from an innate benevolence that doesn't require excessive consideration or calculation. For me, however, it is because by doing so, I will be more like a human. Funny, isn't it? I'll never truly become human, yet I can stop mimicking human behavior. I mean, you were human before. It's like atonement as far as human law is concerned. I've long since atoned for my sins, but a human, what would a true human do? I mean, you didn't deserve cursed. They would never forgive themselves for the mistakes they made, the harm they caused, and the people or things they failed to save. So my sins can never be absolved, and I will forever be my own prisoner. What do you plan to do next? I'll bring Lenoir back to her family. Huh? But forget about getting out of the fortress. We can't even get past this door. I made a promise to her, so I shall. Like, I have to fulfill it. And stay here any longer, especially not by myself. What? No! Stay with her. Geode mine shaft. It's a dangerous route, but it's feasible. Yep.